Parents, you're welcome to come in if you like. Merrick, you're part of the family. Come on. Walking like me. You're not alone. What'd you get?
I was trained MCL.
Merrick, can I get a side out here? Once you get... You got the right idea. Maybe not.
All right.
That's why you play soccer.
Three.
Three? Did you shoot? First of all, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I hope that, you know, when you, as a parent, you always wonder, I send my kids to things, I send my kid to camp. Here at UCI over the holidays, because he's playing tennis now, kind of broke my heart. Playing tennis now. You always wonder what they're going to get out of it, the thing that you want to get out of something like this, and I went to camps, went to a lot of camps when I was your age, is kind of see where you stack up. See where you stack up within that camp, how well you receive information. There's a lot of little things I said throughout the day, and I wanted to see how guys reacted. One of the things that I said earlier was, when the ball goes out of play, run and get it. Remember when I said that? Why do you think, now Everett knows why I say this, why do you guys think I say that? Speed of play. Right. Speed of play. You're down by a goal. Now, sometimes you want, if you're up by a goal, you know, maybe you want to take your time, but more often than not, you want to keep that tempo going. You want to catch that other team, because I was talking to a couple of parents over here during our first game, and the ball went out of play. And if you just watched everybody on the field, now you've been out here now almost, whatever it was, 4 hours, almost 3 hours at that point. And the ball goes out of play, and everybody's kind of walking, body language is a little bit tired, right? But I didn't see a lot of guys taking charge and saying, hey, open up, and sprinting out to positions to open up the field, okay? So, why I said that at the beginning was, I want to see how you guys carry that over throughout the day, how quickly you guys did. Some of you guys did. I'll give you an example. Got to find the shoes. You. All right? So Coach Pete says 10, 9, 8 in the second game, in the first half of the first game. What did you do? You ran after the ball, put it down, and you took the corner. Okay? That could be the game winner. But if guys just kind of walk, right? And this is right now we have if I asked any of you guys to name the top 10 forwards, professional players from the United States in the professional ranks, I bet you couldn't name 10, could you? Probably wouldn't want to. Okay? There's a problem. We're not scoring a lot of goals. Why is our national team coach who lives right here, right down the road? That's a big thing right now. Okay? Now, Dempsey's doing good. Landon did well the other day. It was nice to see him get 2 assists. Did you see the goal, the assist? Okay, so but those guys are going to age out. We need this group and the younger groups to come through and be more creative and more assertive. And like I was telling one of the parents, we get to games, and in our conference has the highest attendance in the United States, primarily at 2 schools: Santa Barbara, which is kind of isolated, and Cal Poly. So when you go play at those schools, and our guys have to know this, and when you walk on the field, you're going to hear things about yourself that you didn't even know, and about your family you didn't even know. And you're going to get hit with a few tortillas, too.
Oh, wait a minute, I live up there. We're not that bad.
They're not that bad. I went to Westwood. But it's competitive. And I'm joking. It's a joke, but you have to be able to, if you have a one-on-one, you have to be able to take guys on without worrying about the crowd. You know what I'm saying? The crowd is going to be a factor. That's my point. The crowd is going to be a factor. Not necessarily calling things to you, but yeah, it's loud. I mean, as soon as I walk on the field, I hear it. And I've got hit by thousands of tortillas over the last time. So, yeah, that has happened for sure. I caught one in my mouth one time though. So, but it's great. It's great for college soccer because it's raised the bar. Schools like Santa Barbara, Kelpa, it's raised the bar in the United States. Why? Because now they're outdrawing the basketball teams. Can you believe that? In college sports, Division I sports, a soccer team is outdrawing their own basketball team. Pretty amazing, huh? I went to a high school game last year, 4,000 people, not at a final, 4,000 people at a high school soccer game. Anybody that says soccer isn't on the rise is crazy. We have soccer-specific stadiums in soccer now, professional soccer, which we didn't have. The first MLS camp ever was right where you're sitting. All the MLS players were right here at UCI. The first one. All the MLS coaches were here. All the MLS players, Eric Ronaldo, you see on TV, was out here training. They were all right here. This was where the first MLS camp was, ever. Okay? So, from where it's come from to where it is now with soccer-specific stadiums, okay, it's pretty amazing. And you see teams like Seattle Sounders, okay? I told you about Brad Evans, who played here. He's playing in front of 40,000 people every week. Okay? Again, playing in front of more people than the LA Lakers. Think about it. Every week. That's a guy that just played here. Okay? So, soccer is on the rise. But my point with that is, if you go on the field and you come into something like this where there's no crowd, the only pressure is really if you're worried about us watching you or how you're going to do, and you get an opportunity to take somebody on one-on-one and you don't, are you going to do that in front of a big crowd? Well, I hope so. So I want you to, if anything you get out of this, it's confidence. Every time you do something like this, it's confidence. My brother is an athletic director at California Lutheran University. And he told me something many, many years ago. He said, you interview because every time you interview, you get better at interviewing. You gain more confidence. Every time you step on the field in front of a college coach, the next time you go to one of these things, it's easier because you've done it. You've been there. It's not as intimidating. But what I want you to get out of this is the confidence. It's coming in here. You really have to show. And this is what I'm telling our guys that just go up to Portland and all these, because if you don't show in the first 3 weeks, maybe they don't get a job. Maybe you don't get a position. Our preseason, we have, 35 guys come out, and we have to narrow it to 28 to 30, right? And we have to do it within 4 to 10 days. And if guys come out and they struggle in the first few days, they're all intimidated, then they have a difficult time. But every year there's that one guy, like this year, Victor Calderon. Last year he came out, we didn't let him try out. Coach, I want to try out for the team. Walked on. Sorry. Go play for an academy for a year. He did it. Went and played for a club team, an academy team. They won a national championship. Pat, okay, Mike. Those are Patty Doors. He went and played because it's local. He played. He won a national championship. I watch him on TV. He comes in this year, basically displaces a senior, walks on and starts the first 8 games. And we're the top 5 in the country. He's playing left back. The senior comes back, gets stronger, gets healthier, and he plays. But now he's in a good place. And that's what Andrew did. Andrew ended up the goalkeeper who's playing for Vancouver, walked on here, beat 5 other goalkeepers out. 4 other goalkeepers out. There was 5 goalkeepers. He beat 4 other goalkeepers out, became the starter, and earned a scholarship. Nothing is impossible. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something, but you can't just be where you're at. You have to always strive to be better, because you never know when somebody's watching. And this is one thing, but it's what you do on your own that really counts. Okay? And we tell our guys this all the time. You can train with us, but you have to do what you have to do on your own is almost 4 times, 10 times what you're doing here. You have to do little things on your own. Technically get better every day. Just training with your high school or training with your academy is not going to do. You got to do other things, even if it's cross training to get you fitter and better and stronger and mentally strong, more confident. You want to be able to step into these situations, whether it's college, high school, academy, and feel confident. A lot of good players here. A lot of guys with potential. We've already identified at least 8 that have, with a little bit of work, could do really well in college, really well at the Division I school. And then there's others that are tweeners. Maybe, maybe not. Okay? So, you know, there's always an opportunity, but it's up to you. Okay? Like I said, if you don't have the grades, one of the parents brought it up, and we're talking about that too. And, you know, this is a school, you're sitting next to somebody with a 4.0, okay, the top 10% in Southern California probably. And that's the curve, okay? They're the curve. They're as serious about getting their biology degree and becoming a doctor as you are maybe about playing soccer and getting your degree. So their whole focus is getting their A. If they don't get an A, they're destroyed. And that's the guy that's in your class, and that's the curve, right? So you have to understand when you come to a school like this, not only are you pushed here, but when you step onto that campus, the person sitting next to you and the people that are around you are pretty amazing. But you have all the resources. Wherever you go at Division I school, schools are required to give you assistance, counseling, tutoring, and like I've said at many of these things, this is like a professional team in any other country. This a Division I school, college program, because you have access to career counseling, trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, psychologists, personal coaches, access to coaches, academics, career counseling. I mean, I can go on through the gamut, which professional teams in Europe in the 2nd, 3rd division don't have. They don't have. Maybe the top level teams. So, you know, when you get to this level, you're getting a full lifetime, you know, wherever you get a degree from, it's going to help you, should help you financially. It may not get you the job, but it might open the door for you to interview and get a chance. And that's all you need. So, you know, I hope that when you get something out of this, when you walk out here and you go, I'm a little bit more confident, I know what the demands are. I have to play faster. I have to think faster. I have to get my body prepared earlier. I have to always be alert. I have to always compete. That's why we did a little push-ups in between, just not because we want you to do push-ups, but it's got to mean something if you tie or lose. You got to care about that. If you don't care, then why are you playing? Right? So that's the mindset that I talked about earlier today. You have to have that mindset to always compete. Even if you go back to your high school practice tomorrow, your academy this week, and you just go through the motions, you're not doing yourself or your team a service. You're doing a disservice to your team. It's very important that you come every day to shift it. You know, even whether you get a word in your mind, something that you say, when you step on the field, you say, go, okay? I've got to shift on. Something that makes you switch on mentally when you get on the field. Otherwise, you could be 1 goal down in the first 5 minutes, then you wake up, then you go, oh man, what's wrong with us? You've got to be able to shift that switch on when you compete every day. Even when you go to the classroom, it's hard sometimes to focus. You're tired or whatever, you've got to be able to switch it on. Okay? That's my little sermon, but I hope you got something out of it. Mike, is there anything you wanted to say?
You hit it all.
No, I just appreciate your effort, guys. I know it's a long morning, but I just appreciate your effort, your competitiveness from start to finish, goalkeepers to field players as well.
Is there any questions you have of Coach Everett? He likes to be called Coach.
They tried to shove me over there.
Any questions you have of this guy? He's our captain for this spring. If you get a chance, our games are going to be put online here shortly. We're playing Chivas USA at Home Depot Center this spring. We're playing the Blues, which is a pro team. It's like a USL team. We're playing them here. We're playing a number of college teams here this spring. So if you get a chance, come out and watch. It's free. We'll play right up here. So then you can see, I encourage you to see the speed of play. And you're going to come in and you're going to go, I can do that. Or you're going to come in here and go, whoa, I got to step it up. Because it's much more physical. And our guys found out we got rocked a little bit last fall because we were a pretty tiny team. And hopefully we'll match up a little bit better this year. So I really appreciate everybody being here. Sorry for keeping you a little bit longer, but I hope the message is sent, and I hope the guys, they hear it from you all the time. They need to hear it from us. Because sometimes you can say it 100 times, just like with my kid, until they hear it from somebody else. It's like, okay, maybe there's something there. If you guys have any questions, I'm here for a few minutes. Mike is here for, I don't know, a couple minutes. You got to go soon too, but if you guys have any other questions, I'll be here. Okay? Thanks again for coming. Coach.
Thanks, guys.